Hello, series World fans. Welcome back to another intense breakdown of your favorite Turkish drama. In this video, we're diving deep into the trailers and revealing what might happen in episode 45 ***. This analysis is based entirely on the released promos, and it continues directly from part 1, so things are about to get even more dramatic, emotional, and shocking. The story begins with a terrifying reality. Mercan has been kidnapped by Nezir Ets is desperately searching for her, but so far, he hasn't been able to find even the slightest clue about her whereabouts. Time is passing, and the pressure on Ets is growing with every second. Meanwhile, Asli has returned to the mansion after everything that happened. She sits down with her mother, and the two talk about recent events. Surprisingly, Muzian seems secretly pleased about Mercan's kidnapping, but she warns Asli to hide her emotions carefully. She tells her, if we want this plan to succeed, we must continue acting like we belong to this family. It becomes clear that there is a deeper and darker plan in motion, one that targets the entire family connected to Haydar. The stakes are no longer just emotional, they are dangerous. Night falls, and Ets is still searching. Exhausted and emotionally broken, he finds himself holding Mercan's earring, the one she dropped. This small object becomes his only source of strength. As he looks at it, memories of their time together flood his mind. Their laughter, their love, their promises, all of it gives him the motivation to keep going. On the other side, Mercan is being held captive in a remote mountain house. Her hands are tied, and she is completely alone, except for Nezir. She struggles to free herself, but the ropes are too tight. At that moment, Nezir enters the room carrying a tray of food. Mercan, trying to stay strong, says, untie my hands. I can eat on my own. Or are you afraid of me? Nezir calmly replies, I'll feed you myself. I know exactly what you're capable of, especially after what you did when Ets was kidnapped. This is when Mercan realizes the shocking truth. Nezir was the one who kidnapped Ets in the past. Nezir doesn't deny it. Instead, he says coldly, yes, I kidnapped him. I only regret one thing. I should have killed him. Then everything would be different today. Furious, Mercan spits in his face. But Nezir doesn't lose his composure. He grabs her chin and forcefully tries to feed her. Mercan spits the food back at him and declares, I won't eat or drink anything until you let me go. I'd rather die than live with you. Nezir's obsession begins to show. His calm demeanor fades, and he says, you have to love me. You will always stay with me, alive. He leaves the room angrily, while Mercan breaks down in tears, whispering, I can't take this anymore. Ets, please save me. At the exact same time, Ets is alone in his room, but everywhere he looks, he sees Mercan. Her face, her voice, her presence, it's as if she's haunting him. He is mentally shattered, struggling to separate reality from his emotions. The next morning, Ets is in his office with Semel and Barak, who are updating him on everything their men have found. But there is no progress. It has been a full day since Mercan was kidnapped, and there is still no trace of Nezir. Suddenly, Ets's phone rings. It's an unknown number, but he knows instantly. It's Nezir. Without hesitation, Ets says, I'll come to you alone. Let's settle this like men. Nezir laughs mockingly and replies, you're really eager to see me, aren't you? He then sends a location and warns him, come alone. If I see anyone else, Mercan will suffer. Doesn't tell anyone. He quietly leaves the mansion, determined to face Nezir alone. But Nezir is already planning something worse. He orders his men to set up an ambush and capture Ets as soon as he arrives. Back at the mansion, Semel and Demet are talking in the main hall. Demet is visibly upset and wants to help in any way she can. Just then, new information comes in. Nezir has recently purchased a piece of land. Semel immediately understands the danger. I know Nezir, he says. He won't stop until he destroys Ets. At that moment, security informs them that Etz has left the mansion without saying anything. Semel tries calling him, but there is no answer. Realizing the truth, he says urgently, Etz has walked into a trap. We have to save him. Without wasting time, Semel and his men head toward Nezir's land. Meanwhile, another shocking secret begins to unfold inside the mansion. The maid, Binaz, is cleaning a room when she accidentally drops a box. Inside, she finds a tiny baby sock. Confused, she wonders why it's there. Suddenly, a memory comes back to her, Haydar arriving at the mansion with a baby in his arms. He had told her, this child belongs to Nermin and me. His name is Murat. This must remain a secret. But things don't add up. When Muzian enters and sees the sock, she reacts nervously and warns Binaz not to touch it. She claims it belonged to her baby who died years ago, and blames Haydar for it. At that moment, the truth starts to surface. Muzian's child didn't die. Haydar kidnapped him. And that child is Murat. This revelation changes everything. Back at the mountain house, Nezir tries once again to force Mercan to eat. This time, he threatens her, if you don't eat, I will hurt Etz. Hearing this, Mercan has no choice. To protect Etz, she starts eating. Meanwhile, Etz arrives at the location Nezir sent. 2 armed men confront him and order him into their car. But Etz fights back, knocks them out, and forces them to reveal the location of the cabin. Back inside, Mercan asks to use the bathroom, hoping for a chance to escape. Nezir hesitates but eventually unties her. At that exact moment, Mercan notices a knife on the tray. As soon as her hands are free, she grabs it and stabs Nezir in the leg. She runs toward the door, but it's locked. Nezir catches her, and they struggle violently. Bleeding, Nezir looks at her and says in a twisted tone, why did you do this? Look, there's blood everywhere. You care about me, that means you love me. Mercan firmly replies, no. I don't love you. Nezir completely loses control, shouting repeatedly, you love me. You love me. Mercan is terrified. His obsession has turned into madness. Outside, Etz silently approaches the cabin, taking down Nezir's men one by one. He is finally close. Inside, Nezir grabs his gun and points it at Mercan. He says, if I can't have you, no one can. For a moment, he even considers killing himself, but then changes his mind, realizing that would leave Mercan with Etz. Just as he is about to pull the trigger, Mercan fights back. They struggle again, and suddenly, a gunshot is heard. At that exact moment, Etz bursts into the cabin, shouting in desperation, Mercan. What happens next will change everything.